Hey, now we're the rugby boys. So I think I'm gonna switch up the intro on this and do a little give me the keys action, just to set the
Give me all the
tone.
keys I'm about to unlock.
Unlock.
Give me all the keys I'm about to unlock.
Whoa. I'm not feeling so good, guys. I think I'm gonna go to the car.
Give me the keys to the fucking car, I'm about to get up in it. Yo, this vibe in the amphitheater ain't what I'm feeling. Got a dude up out here spilling, drinks up on my feet. No heat, loud music, and I'm feeling every beat. Woo, beat, beat, beat. Think my mind is on repeat. Think the silo sipping got me tripping, planning my retreat. I got you planning a retreat, yes sir, I'm planning a retreat. And now my mind is on repeat again. I got to be discreet, Give me the keys to the car, the shit is out of control. I'm gonna leave, and will I return? Nobody knows. I know this concert's about to be the shit, but I'm losing my wits, so go ahead, give me the keys, bitch. And I'm fucking about to be right back up in the zone. Give me your motherfucking keys, this shit is critical, pivotal. Reach in your pocket and don't give me your phone. I need those jangly bronze things that open doors. But hold on, let me take these sunglasses off. Oh my god, now I'm feeling free, I feel like a boss. I'm sorry that I worried you, my friends, I'm sorry that I filled you up with anxiety, almost ruined the whole trip. Oh shit, I'm no longer in control, everything is slow. My mind is telling me to go to the car. My friends are telling me it's too far. I don't know, man. Wait just a minute. I know that I'll be fine. I can see the sunshine. I can get a beer and I'll be back up on the front lines, having such a good time. Let's go to the bathroom. I can get back really fast and see the concert. Harry Mack is about to spit a bomb verse, but this lady is pushing a wheelchair and she's cutting in the line first. My word, I can't believe that she would do this. She'd be cold and ruthless. Alec gave our seats up to a couple groupies.
Yo, is she reading a book?
Now we're in a fucking cloud, bitch. I can feel the whole entire crowd shift. Now we're getting wild up on the mountain, bouncing. Yeah, it's raining, but Harry Mack is fucking slaying as he raps right to his fans. Got us waving all our hands, walking down our road. Yo, this shit is about to go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and catch a tiger by its toe. Now all of a sudden, my mind is put at ease. I'm so glad to be here, but please give me the keys, bitch.
Yeah.
Hey, Aaron,
What's
how
up?
was your vacation to Colombia?
Oh, it was awesome, dude. It was short and sweet. So like I probably was there for 4 or 5 days and
Oh yeah, we.
it was awesome. I have a couple cool stories there actually. So I went to two different places, right? So I went to the first place and it was really cool up in the mountains, in the middle of Colombia. And then I went to the next place and before I went there, the person I was with at the first place was like, I don't know if you should go there. It's kind of it's a dangerous area. And so I'm like, okay, well I've already bought tickets or whatever it's called to the resort, for 2 nights and like I can't back out now. It's too late. So the people that sort of run that area aren't the police. It's like, from my understanding, like a drug cartel called the guerrilla, which like if you were to spell it out, it almost looks like guerrilla warfare. Guerrilla. But like whenever we rolled into that part of town, we had to roll our windows down. It felt very different than, what we're used to. But from when I got to the resort and I kind of like talked to, there's two people there that spoke English. Yeah, that's another thing is everybody just speaks Spanish. So I'm also like, well, dude, I hope I don't fucking get in a run-in with these people because how am I going to explain myself?
Are you getting pretty good at Spanish, or
I'm getting okay. I can have like small talk for sure. But I mean, when somebody who doesn't know English just starts talking to me and like I let them know that I don't speak Spanish, they don't like really understand they need to slow down. But anyways, yeah, that according to the person I talked to, they're pretty much the police of the area. They just don't want nobody coming in and messing with their drug business, like the cocaine and stuff. Hope I don't. I should probably
cocaína?
hope I don't get in trouble for talking about this.
Oh, you should. Hey, it's a free country, brother. We can say whatever we want on here.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go back to Colombia. They're gonna be like, oh, there's that gringo who's fucking
There's
talking
that gringo.
talking shit
There's
about
that guy that
our
talks too much.
fucking yeah. Anyways, it was pretty nuts. It gave me that sense of it was definitely an adventure because I had a little bit of fear, but it was exciting. It was fun and I felt like reassured when she told me I had nothing to worry about. But I couldn't like leave that area without she said, if you leave this area, you need to wear like a bracelet or something that lets them know you're with us
Right.
because, you know, it's just different. It's different shit than I experience here, so it's kind of cool. But it's beautiful there. I love it.
I would love to go to South America.
Definitely, dude. We should plan a trip sometime.
When are you
Oh,
going
guys
back
trip?
next?
Let's see. In June, I'm going to Italy,
Italy.
and yeah, Italy, getting a
What part?
tattoo. Florence.
Florence. Okay. Yep. Yep.
Nice, nice, nice. The
Yeah,
motherland.
but I fucked up, and I'm only going for like 3 or 4 days, and I realized it's way too short. And so I tried to change my flight, and they told me it was going to be like $4,500 to change my flight. And I was like, okay.
Yikes.
God.
And there was like no refunds if I was trying to cancel it because I found a cheaper one, and there was no like way to refund it and stuff. So I'm like, okay, well, fine.
Ours
But
was what 1,400 for 12. I think to Ireland it was like 1,200 to 1,400.
it was, I mean, I don't know.
So that's a place you definitely need to go to.
Yeah, I would love to, man. Like, I feel like,
Go
there's
drink you some Irish whiskey and Irish beer.
well, I don't drink, but my favorite TV show of all time is It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and it's based off
Yeah,
of an Irish
dude.
pub.
Yes, I love it. It's always
So,
fun. Love
yeah,
that
dude.
show.
Yeah, dude. Can we talk about Give Me the Keys? I feel like this is the first time we've all been on video
Oh
together,
shit.
and we could all tell our side of the story. And I mean, I don't know, we could also do it on Alec's podcast one day too, because we should. His is literally based off of that. But I think it would be funny. So tell me about the whole experience from your perspective. I mean, start wherever you want.
It was great. It was fun. Nothing bad.
What I extracted from it, I feel like that whole trip was Give Me the Keys. You guys coming out to Colorado, I felt like that trip was Give Me the Keys. I felt like Marc Rebillet's energy of just like being super out there and just like outrageous, off the wall, like that got ingrained into me in that
Yeah,
experience in that night.
it does.
And his just extreme confidence of like he's gonna do whatever he wants, he's gonna wear whatever he wants, and he's just gonna have the most energy about what he's passionate about. I remember, to me, that was what Give Me the Keys meant to me. Like, just give them to me,
Yeah.
give them to me, and
It's
then
like he was
obviously
giving you the
there's,
keys to go out and do whatever you want. And he gave you those
yes,
keys that
Give me the
night.
keys to all the open doors in life. I'm gonna take one of them. I'm gonna take all of them. That's what give me the keys means to me.
That's right. Maybe we should give a little setup. So if someone's listening to this, they have any idea what we're talking about. Me and Isaiah went to Colorado and hung out with Alec for a few days, and we went to see Marc Rebillet and Harry Mack at Red Rocks Amphitheater. And I mean, it was just a really memorable experience for us. We ended up, I mean, Alec ended up making a podcast out of it, which kind of in turn motivated me to make my podcast. And we
I got
made
my
songs and everything about it. So it was a pretty, you know, I'm not going to say a life-changing event, but it was just like a milestone.
yeah,
Yeah, it was a great
yeah,
trip, man. I had a really good time. I still think about that.
Yeah, I was thinking the other day how grateful I was
I know where we're at now.
about when I found out Harry Mack was going to be on the lineup, because I was already going for Mark, and then when I found out Harry Mack was like also going to be there, I think I was in Peru actually when I was looking online and I found that, and dude, it sent my excitement level just through the fucking roof. Like, I haven't been that excited and I don't know how long. I'm like, there's no way this is actually happening. It felt like a dream. And
I,
that excitement continued whenever he started the show walking down our row. I'm like, this is all just too much, just too good to be true. It almost felt like the universe was all working in our favor for that, at least that event. I don't know.
yeah, yeah. There were some good one-liners that we came away with that trip. There was "Give Me the Keys." So Does your audience know what Gimme the Keys is? Do they know like that story?
No,
They haven't heard. No.
no.
Okay. So I'm gonna relay kind of what I remember, and Isaiah can chime in when he wants, because I know he's gonna disagree with some parts. But okay, so we all decide to go to Red Rocks, and we're going to a concert. So we've made the decision that we're gonna have fun. We had done a little bit of pre-gaming. We had a few IPAs. We had some. What did we have, Zay? We had a couple other things. Yeah, we had some gummies and we had some chocolates. So we were
Chocolate.
having, yeah, we were having a great time, grand old time. And we're all sitting in the theater, the venue. We get there early, we get good seats, and we're all just three best friends hanging out in Red Rocks, waiting for the show. And things are getting a little vibey, you could say.
Baby.
Things were starting to change,
Yeah.
and we were having fun. And then I remember that you two got up and went to the concession. So I remember sitting there alone, and I remember that's when I started realizing things were changing. And yeah, I was like kind of just taking it all in, like, wow, I'm in Red Rocks alone right now. I don't have any friends here. And I was just kind of taking it all in. And I was starting to feel a little bit, I was missing you guys. I remember missing you guys, being like, where are my friends at? And then, you guys came back, and we're all three sitting there, and it kind of out of nowhere. I mean, I remember kind of giggling. I remember us all three laughing. I remember me and Isaiah laughing for a while, and things were getting good. And then all of a sudden, complete left turn. Zay looks over at me and just stone cold in the dead of night at Red Rock says, AZ, give me the keys. And he just laid this on me. He laid this phrase on me, staring at me, just no emotion, just give me the keys. And it threw me for a loop. And I was like, what do you mean? Like,
I was a
like
little
my car keys?
overstimulated at the time.
Yeah, I'm like, my car keys, why? Like, where are you gonna go? And he's like, I'm freaking out. He's like, dude, I'm freaking out. He's like, I gotta get out of here. He's like, I gotta get out of here. And I'm like, dude, no, like, you're fine. I look over to Coin. I'm like, dude, Aaron, like, he's trying to leave the venue, like he wants to go. I'm like, what do we do with him type thing? I was like, how do we handle this situation? Yeah, and then you kind of just you had some sunglasses on. And we were just like, dude, take the sunglasses off. Like take the sunglasses.
Fine.
Yeah, and then you chill. What about the concession guy? Because there was a concession guy that I still don't really remember what happened with the concession guy.
It was the concession guy. He was just in front of me, and he was like, like, get your beer here. But he stopped right in front of me, and it was like yelling, and it made me like, I'm like, dude, you need to like back away, bro.
Yeah, he was basically like up on your toes, and
Yeah,
he
stopped right in front of me.
stopped. Yeah,
I'm glad you noticed that, Aaron, because that's literally what I was thinking. I was like, dude, this guy is like right in front of me.
yeah, it would have made me uncomfortable, and I wasn't even on anything. But like, I looked over and I saw that's the shift because you were looking at him as if he was like not supposed to be there, which it was kind of true. Like he stopped at a weird. I mean, he could have stopped in between you guys, but it's almost like that's what's triggered. That's what pushed you over the edge. And you're like, dude, I can't fucking take all. Cause I mean, the music was getting loud. The place was getting crowded. The energy was changing. So you were feeling all that energy plus the mushrooms were kicking in. And so, of course, you were just like overstimulated. And
but
so
it only lasted, all this probably lasted like 5 minutes. And then afterwards, we all had a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
just stuck. It was like when we were all three hiking, and Isaiah, what'd you say to those people? They were like, "Have a nice day, have a nice day," and you were like, "You guys do too. You guys
also as well, or something."
It was something on the lines of that. Yeah.
You guys also as well.
You guys also too as well.
Like, just a little redundant, but I mean, they got the point across. It's just funny.
Yeah, of course.
Oh man.
As long as I was being a good, hearted, kind human being, that's all.
Yeah, that was a good trip. I wore the same shirt. I wore that trip just specifically for that reason.
We should definitely give context on how all of us met too. how we kind of started out disc golf and music. It's pretty much how it was.
Yeah, we all like music. We all have different specialties too, I feel like, in music.
Yeah, actually, that's a good thing to talk about. How it, I feel like it brought us together. Before I knew Isaiah, I think one of the first things that I think we might have met. Did we meet at the playing disc golf or something at
Yeah, it was
Hobson
disc
Grove?
golf. Yep.
But I think like I can't remember if you'd already showed him one of my songs or maybe we showed you that day or something. But I feel like that was sort of our. It was the Funky Blues and Skunky Brews, and you're like, oh, I like this dude. And then we decided like we should like collab
Every now and
together.
then we all get down to the blues.
Yeah, dude. So we decided like to collab on stuff and just kind of like, obviously both of you guys are super into music and so we started hanging out. I think that's why we started hanging out. Not the only reason, but it was a big part of it.
Do you guys remember going to Tid Balls?
Tid balls, yeah, that was a good play. Is Tid balls even a thing anymore?
I think they shut it
Uh
down.
no, they were going to sell it. They were like selling it and then as far as I know, they either just stopped trying or I don't know. They still do stuff there.
Place is
Hmm.
awesome, man. Little
Yeah, I
piece of
remember
beer down in Bowling Green.
Isaiah, I remember your open mic.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, I took a video of it and put it up on YouTube, I think, at the time, because
Oh,
I couldn't figure out
on
how to
YouTube.
send it to you because it was such a big file. And so I think I just put it on YouTube and was like, here,
It's on YouTube. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was a good time. Always like doing stuff like that for sure.
yeah. Is there anything funny or interesting that's happened to either of you guys lately that you want to talk about?
Hmm.
I don't know, man. It's been pretty much like just work right now. That's all it's been for me. It's just working my life away, slaving.
That's how I feel, dude. I've been working because I work 7 days a week regardless, but here lately today's been okay, but it's been a lot of 12 and 13-hour days just over and over and over. And it's not like my job is hard, but there's a lot of driving and it just wears me out. When I get home, I can't do anything but eat and then go to sleep and get ready to do it again. But I
Yeah, it's
keep focusing on the grind because I know like one of these days things will slow down and I'll be glad that I grinded when I did.
yeah. Life just can become so repetitive. It's really nice to be able to like take time, and that's what was awesome about when we all were in Bowling Green because we all could get together and go throw some disc or go make some music and kind of escape.
I feel like I don't have anything cool to say right now. Um,
Okay, dude.
but honestly, life has been kicking my ass, so I don't really know. Like
Yeah.
I'm self-employed, so I sell solar out here in Colorado, and I haven't. It's one thing to not be making money, but it's another thing to be working and also not making money. You know, like
Yeah.
to be actually out there working, but then not getting a paycheck is like way more demoralizing than
Yeah.
just being laid off. It's like I'm actually trying to make money and I'm not. So
Yeah, dude, you're putting in a
that
lot
being
of your
said,
energy and you're not getting anything in return for that. And there has to be a transaction of energy or else it's all just output and there's no input receiving.
yeah, I mean it's just commonplace. You expect to work and get paid for it, and then all of a sudden you're working and you're not getting paid, and it's like, wow, this is sucks. So, dude, I've been dealing with that. Like I'm broke. I think I had COVID for 2 weeks in March.
COVID.
Yeah, dude, I was sick for like 2 weeks, like deathly
Yeah.
ill, and it was
How's the
lingering.
weather been out there? It's been like
Weather's been
warm, cold.
Yeah, it was really pretty for a few days, and then it snowed like on yesterday. So the weather's been up and down. Yeah, I'm actually going to California in like 2 weeks, which is pretty cool.
For work?
But yeah, I'm going out. No, I'm going out to Joshua Tree for Asia's brother's wedding. So it's a wedding
Where
out there.
where y'all going?
Joshua, we're going to Joshua Tree, California. Yeah,
Joshua
so we're doing a road trip out there, which will be great. I mean, I should be looking forward to that, right? But I'm plagued by my life responsibilities and emotions and whatnot. So yeah,
Yeah,
I'm just
like
trying to make cash. I need to make some income.
That's what I like when I'm super busy. I just remind myself I would rather be in this position where I'm overwhelmed with work than to be anxious about am I gonna make enough not only to survive, like to live the life I want to live, but I mean sometimes even just to pay the bills, you know. But
Still,
luckily,
yeah, except security, being secure. It's not everything's not all about money, but it's nice to have it. So you can travel.
it's hard to say that in this world to say everything's not about money because like you if you don't have money, you just will be homeless. And
I can tell you from my experience right now, it's about money. If you don't have any money, it's not good.
No,
It will
yeah.
plague you and hang over your head. So
we're
it's,
all
you
struggling,
know,
man. Everything's expensive these days. It sucks.
I think the goal is to figure out how to make money like effortlessly. Like you got to get
Make
so
it.
much money to where you can just invest it in shit to where you just have like passive income, and then
We
like
just
anything you do is just like extra, you know.
we just need to have that one hit song, guys.
All right, a
Make
one,
make
two,
a
a
couple
one,
mil,
two,
cash
three,
out,
four.
never be seen again.
All right, we didn't. We'll write something.
yeah, I was gonna ask, do we have any characters for this one? I would kind of like to
Hmm.
draw up a character, maybe, you know?
Do it, man. Draw a character, write a
Um,
song, whatever you want. Like we can include it.
all right, let's come up with a character. What should our character be?
Should be
What should they
Justin
embody?
Justice Beaver. He's a crime fighting beaver.
No, you can't do Beaver because
Beaver? Justice
literally,
Beaver? Are you
what?
fucking kidding me? I actually kind of like that.
No,
Justice
no,
I
no.
didn't come up with
Beaver.
that. It's on The Office.
Is it
Okay.
really?
Yeah, just because he was like, I forgot what it was. He was like, he said Justin Bieber. He's like, Justice Bieber? Who's that? He's like, it's a crime fighting beaver.
I'm guessing Dwight says that. But so last time I had one of my friends on, Kyler, he wanted me to do a character named Beeves. And then we talked about him possibly being a beaver. So we like let's it's super ironic that you would say beaver, but like let's not do a beaver because we already
Okay. Beaver's
um
taken.
yeah, I
Well,
guess.
I'm more curious, Aaron, how you guys come up with these characters. What's the process that you guys go through? Or how did these ideas come to you? These characters, these wacky little imagination, imaginary people you come up with.
Well, a lot of times we are trying to say something that we've never said before just to make each other laugh. So it's
Like
so hard to just
Longhead.
yeah,
Wasn't
like
he just a long like I kind of get why he works because he's just a head and it's long head. You just never hear those. Those two words don't ever sit next to each other.
exactly, yeah. And so he gave me like several other names before that, and I was like, they're okay. Because sometimes we just text each other. There's been times we texted each other for days and just back and forth, just random names and names that you would never hear. And something about that's funny to us. But if one of them really sticks, we might like, roll with it. But he was like, "Hey, I want you to draw a character before, and then or sorry, I want you to make a song about a character, and after you make that song, I'll draw him." And so he sent me a few names, and I was like, "Okay, well, none of those are just sticking to me." And then he sent me Longhead. I'm like, I can do that one." Like I wasn't like crazy about it, but
Long head.
it just worked. And so I just in that instance, I don't have no idea. It's so hard to describe the creative process because it's more about just what you feel in the moment. You're not to me, I don't have a process that I like follow. Um
Yeah.
so it's
Yeah, I
just
guess more
whatever.
so how I guess I was more so asking how you identify, when there's like an idea that comes through your brain or your mind, how do you know what criteria do you go based off of to be like, yes, it's kind
Usually
of like just off the wall.
usually if like we talk about it for too long. Like let's say like the fourth mill thing, we were playing disc golf and we saw a porta potty. Just I have no idea. We already talked about this on one of the podcasts before, but something about the idea of if there was a cougar in there, I would have to fight the cougar, and the two friends I was with weren't allowed to help or something. And I'm like, that's fucking ridiculous. Like that's stupid that I'm should fight the cougar, and just because you guys are weaker than I am doesn't mean that you shouldn't also involve yourselves. They saw it as like, well, like we'll just get in the way. Anyways, So we kept talking
Gargoyle.
about that and like the cougar driving around the Caracas Park, and for some reason he was in a 96 Ford Bronco, and we just kept like adding. We just so if something we talk about sticks with us and we keep adding to it, then usually that becomes a character or an idea. If we just keep adding to one thing to where it becomes this ridiculous story, and we're like, holy shit, how do we get here and why do we get here? And then that's like, okay, let's.
It's kind of funny you guys don't even know how you get there because I watch it. I'm like, my question is, how did you guys come up with this? And it's funny to hear your side of it. It's like you guys don't even really know. It's just something that's there.
Yeah. The episode that I'm editing right now, we describe a little bit of what I like about it. We have a character called Papa Kisses, and
Oh my
I've already
gosh, we've heard of this guy.
yeah. And so Papa Kisses there's almost like a secret to him and a mystery that I don't even know what he's capable of. Like he's more powerful than my own imagination, if that makes sense. So like we
Which
created
makes him
him.
real,
It makes him
right?
real.
Yeah.
Maybe he could be
Pop
like
Kids is
controlling
real.
me. Yeah. I guess he's real.
Papa Kisses has been around for a while. I think that's one of the first songs that you showed me, dude. Because I remember we were like sharing music and you were like, all right, I got some stuff for you. I guess we had hung out enough times where you felt comfortable enough to show me this shit.
Yeah.
And do you remember at my house in Bowling Green,
Yep.
you pulling it up? And I remember me and Zay looking over at each other like,
Like what?
whoa.
Yeah, dude.
It's
That was like my
funny.
alternate personality. I just like let myself make insane songs under the affiliate. Is it how you say that? Affiliate? Alias, sorry. The
Alias,
alias
yeah.
Stanky Jones. And I'm actually working on a Stinky I'm working on a Stinky Jones song right now. Uh
Hell
we
yeah.
got a lot of ideas that we're gonna be working on. It's just that, if I'm working 7 days a week, I can only work on it fucking once every couple weeks for just a couple hours at a time.
Yeah. So you're working
Anyways,
on music still?
yeah. Ooh, yeah, we're working on music, but nothing serious. I would like to work on some serious music. I just don't have that motivation anymore. It's more fun for me to work on this kind of stuff, like silly shit.
Yeah, pods are fun. I'm having a lot of fun with the podcast. I haven't been doing music as much or even writing as much. Those are kind of my three creative things. But yeah, I've just been focusing on the podcast.
But you have an album out, dude. That's like a pretty big accomplishment.
Yeah, it is. It is. I've had a lot of people, give me congrats. Yeah, feels good. You think it would feel better though. I think I'd feel more accomplished putting it out, but it's kind of like once it's just like released, it's kind of like it's gonna sound kind of grim, but it's kind of like it dies to me.
It fades
And it's
away. I
just
know
like
what you mean.
yeah, I'm on to like it just
Well,
it creates some space for me to create new things though. Because once it's released, it's like it's done. Now there's all this open space on my hard drive to like experiment, make new stuff.
Yeah, I get it completely. It's you know what? I was actually thinking of this. I thought of this a lot too. Like before I get a tattoo, I'm like super passionate about it. And I'm like, I want to get this out of my mind. Like feel like like coming up with this idea, and envision it, and I'm like, okay, this is like really what I want. This wants to come out of me. It feels like that's the process. And then once I get it, it's really cool. And then after a certain amount of time, it's like it loses all of its that same power it had before it was actually like manifest. And so I think that's sort of the
Mm,
same thing when that's like part of creating stuff. It's like it wants to come out of you, and then it comes out of you, and then once you get it out there, it's like it loses that power it has over you. But I think maybe the
yeah,
cool thing is like the people who didn't create it feel that every time they like listen to it or every time they see it. So maybe
if
that's what's special about it.
if I can add, I've always kind of like just to basically compare my situation. Every time that like I've ever started writing a song, and I'm sure this goes for a lot of artists, it's better to, when you have that creative idea that's popped up into your head, it's better to just go ahead and finish a song while you got it in your head, or else it's going to start losing its magic after a while. 'Cause a lot of the songs that I've done, I've started writing songs, and then if I don't write it all in that sitting, then I kind of lose it, and it kind of lose meaning to me, and then I move on to the next one. If that kind of makes sense,
Yeah,
I would have a
totally.
lot more, but I'm not saying with tattoos, if you have an idea, that just go do it, just have it.
No, you're
I don't
totally
know.
right. You're totally right about the song thing.
Yeah, things definitely lose, I guess, importance to you after a while. I don't.
But I think it's also important
Yeah,
to follow your excitement. So if let's say
Right.
you're working on a song and it excites you, and then it doesn't excite you to the point where you complete it, but you start working on something else. I mean, in real, it's not that big of a deal to like get out as it kind of seems like it is to have like a catalog maybe and have like something done. There is something cool about having stuff that's done, but also like the process, I guess, is really what's important is like just being excited about it and doing what you love in the moment. And so it doesn't really, I think we sometimes set expectations on ourselves that we have to like we have to like have a full complete album or something. And it just feels like there's pressure to do that. But
Right.
I don't know if that's really that important compared to just the joy that you get from making the songs, like the process of it. There's
mhm.
probably like I think both are important. It's just I don't know. I think we put too much pressure on ourselves sometimes to get
Sure.
to finish something. Or I could be the opposite. It could be actually that maybe I'm doing it wrong and I need to, you know, quit procrastinating and finish what I start. I don't know.
I guess the moral of what you're getting at is don't get attached to the outcome.
Exactly.
Focus on enjoying the process. Because if I'm actually like basing my creative processes on how it's received, I would have quit doing anything creative a long time ago. Because no one cares about your art more than you do. Like nobody does. So if I'm basing it on I got to keep doing this only if people tell me it's good or only if people listen or only if I get X amount of streams on Spotify, I would have quit, 7 years ago. But I do it because the process is what's meaningful and fun. We got a minute left, dude. We're a ticking time bomb over here.
Well, guys, is there anything that I was going to ask if there's anything that you'd like to see? You guys have been watching the podcast some. Is there anything that you like or don't like or you would like to see in the
Yeah, I
I'm
want
podcast?
to.
gonna
I
say
want
this
to.
right now, Aaron. Right off the bat, keep making those crazy songs, bro. They literally crack me up, dude. They're
Bro,
like,
Aaron, I want to.
Thanks, man. I will.
oh
I
my
will.
god, it's
I do
hilarious.
have. I do have a very special request.
All right.
Can you can you show your legs on the podcast? I don't know why. I just want to see like you stand up and
Gotta
see
see
your
that
legs.
artwork, man.
Hold on.
Let's see that artwork.
Dude,
Oh
I
my
feel like
god,
I feel like you need to start a podcast with this zoomed in and then you zoom out to you guys on the couch.
this makes me
That's kind
so
of what.
upset that we didn't get you on the stage that night.
Let's
That's
go.
awesome.
Get them legs out.
That's crazy.
All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you guys coming on. We have to get on for Alec's podcast too soon.
We got to do it in person. You guys got to come back out.
All right. Give me the keys part